Greetings to the 13 tribes of Israel scattered in the four corners of the earth, and to the Gentiles called by the name of Abba Yahuwah. Shabbat Shalom, much love and much prosperity attend you, family, for you are the reason of our time like truth, because the time is simply near. Just as we see the days goes by, and so draw nigh the coming of Yahushua HaMashiach, just as the Malach of Yahuwah saith unto you, who cannot the revelator sealed not the prophecies of this book, for the time is near. Exactly what we are doing here, family. Decode the end times prophecies, signs, dreams in preparing people like you, house like you, body like you, for the returning of King Yahushua HaMashiach, our eternal bridegroom, to whom due all praise, worship, honor, service, riches, wealth, glory, power, to the glory of his magnificent Father Yahuwah the Almighty, and to the Ruach HaKodesh, the very blessed one, the eternal one, the very DNA of Abba Yahuwah, I mean the pure energy, the undilutable power of Abba Yahuwah. I love my Abba. Yes, Abba, I love you. You have been worshipped, honored, praised, served in the temple of your handmaid. Yes, hallelujah. I love you, Abba. Yes, because you first loved me. To you be all praise. Yes, hallelujah. Question. Family, how did you see this song? It is to Radical Iyore, okay? I'm not a worldly person, but once someone claims, to be wise, we will do all things by things, just to ridicule her. All right now, family, you are in the heavenly court room of Abba Yahuwah with this powerful message titled for you and me. Iyore salt and water law is link of fire slavery and Yahuah's two covenants. Should I take it again? Iyore salt and water law. She have a law. Boyfriend, you should make sure you wash your boyfriend, your girlfriend's vagina, all right? And you also make sure that she, give you that fluid, pour it out. Until she does that, you never release this. That is a law. So fit, okay? Iyore salt and water law is link of fire slavery and Yahuah's two covenants. So I want to do it. Let's do it together. Come along, baby. Come along, my family. And let us expose against, oh my father, against this Jezebel, Iyore, prophetess of black and white pennies. Let's do it together now. So like you can see from the title, there's going to be two subjects, okay? Iyore's law, like you know already, she has a law. But that law is going to enslave you eternity. But Abba Yahuwah also has similar, okay? We're going to dig it into that. His two covenants. His two covenants also goes for, to save. All right? But first of all, let us see how Iyore's lies or her laws is going to enslave you all eternity. I mean, the 92 gullible followers of Iyore. Here I am, John 8:32. Listen, what lie is doing unto you. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free, or make you free, rather. 33. And they answered, we be Abraham's seed, and we are never in no bondage. Do you see? Lie is going to put you in bondage to any man, to Iyore. You are in bondage to Iyore, okay? How sayest thou, ye shall know the truth, and ye shall be made free? 34. Listen up. Yahushua answered them, verily, verily, I say unto you, whosoever committeth sin is the slave of what? A sin. So what is the royal law? Make it so clear, so broad. Okay, fornication is the even most wicked one. Every other sin, it said you should flee. Okay, but when that comes to excuse me, every other sin, it said resist the devil, he shall flee. But when that comes to fornication, it said flee for your life. Bro, don't resist this one, it's going to push you back. Because this one is binding. This one is to join. Say he that join with the harlot to become one spirit with an harlot. Anyone that join with the Iyore and that teaching, you are one with her, eternal. Where is your kingdom? Slavery in the eternal link of fire. You see, but this is the message of this woman. You say, woman, you can be making a video call, a video call for your boyfriend only, and you can open your vagina for your own boyfriend, but don't do it for other guys. That is nonsense. That is horrible. That is filth. No, that is filth. That is turning the royal law upside down. Okay, so let's put some more. What is the nature of lies? Is to enslave your spirit, is to imprison your spirit, is to imprison your spirit right in the spirit realm. Then your physical body here will be, be in turmoil or torment, torture or sin. That is why you cannot burn again. That is why you can never come to the truth of the knowledge of the truth. That is why you can never live righteously. Why? Because your spirit is already being imprisoned in the eternal prison of lies. Darkness. You can never see light. Something already has grabbed your spirit and chained you in their prison. So you say, you something, why am I doing this? You don't know why you are doing that. Like the murderer, some people, they will just kill people carelessly, unknowingly. After that, they will come back to their senses. Why am I, Yes, because he or her spirit is already being captured and be placed in the ground of a murderer. Therefore, you will carry out that assignment unknowingly. You yourself, you never know why you are doing that. This is the cause, Iyore. Because a woman that has two men, black and white, she is properly married to the white man. And also have a boyfriend. According to the royal law statutes, it is an abomination. She must be stoned to death. You can see that Romans chapter 7. Verses 2 to 3. See, if you have a living husband, when you do it, you will be called adulteress. And what is the judgment? Is to be stoned to death. You see, people will always pass out what they have. She is already being enslaved. Therefore, she is pouring out that garbage of eternal enslavement on you. And ignorantly, you are dancing the music. Okay, you are dancing you just blew off the chances of righteousness, and you now begin to dance the music of the link of fire, slavery. We put some more. This is what we are doing. My platform, it is to, review Yahuwah, Yehoshua, and the Ruach HaKodesh unto you in order for me to bring you to obey Yahuwah. What is the nature of a Iyore platform? Let me show it to you. That same chapter, John chapter 8:44. This is the nature of our platform. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye would do. Listen to the lust and the will of his father, of our father. He was a murderer, is to murder you. From the beginning, Genesis 3, and abide not in the truth. Yahushua has the way and the truth. Because there is no truth in him, not at all. When he speaketh a law, he speaketh of his own. He have his own law. Boyfriend, you shall wash, your girlfriend vagina. Girlfriend, you shall open your vagina for your boyfriend on a video call in internet, okay? Only do that for your boyfriend. For he is a liar and the father of all liars. That's it. So what is the nature of a lie? It's to enslave you, to put you in band, in eternal slavery. If you know what is good for you, you are worthy of life. You better run out of the hard platform that's simply written boldly, link of fire slavery. If you are not saying it, but I do. Anyone that then speak against Iyore, they do. So that's why we are pouring it out on you in order for you to put your house in order. Except you are destined to be in our camp. That is simply called the eternal link of fire slavery. Revelation 20, verses 10 to 15. That is called the second death. Eternal link of fire. Let's see my own side. From the Bible you carried, the very one I'm pointing you to, that goes to the cross for you. John 46, Yahushua saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one cometh unto Yahuwah or unto Father but by me. Not by Idia, not by Nikao, not by Mota, neither by Eden. Don't. Those what you are headed to the eternal slavery. The link of fire. We put some more. So what am I saying? A law is a deity, and he have a throne, and he have a kingdom, and he have a final. He has the final end. And truth is a deity. He have a kingdom. He have a law. And who That is the biblical Messiah, the way, the truth, and the life. All right? So that's it. We put some more. Romans chapter 6, we take from 15 to 22. So now I want to dig into the Yahuah's two covenants. Okay? There is nowhere you cannot serve as a slave. So let me read. Romans chapter 6 have the good answer for you and me. Slave to righteousness or slave to sin. Romans chapter 6 verses 15. Where then, since Yahuah's grace has set us free. Alright, I think I'm not going to read there. I start from 16 and 17 for the sake of time. Okay, 16. Don't you realize, oh my father, let me check the verses I need to start with. But you can take it from 15 if you want, or if you will. Alright, I start from 17. Thank Yahuah, once you were slaves of sin, but now you wholeheartedly obey his teaching, or this teaching we have given you. Now you are free from your slavery to sin, and you have become slaves to righteousness living. Did you get that? Because let me tell you the nature of these slaves of righteousness. Simply means to say you are not under your own. You are being bought with a price. You dare not live for yourself no longer. That is simply means to say, oh, this person caught my attention. This is the kind of a guy I used to like when I was in the world. But fornication is not allowed. Therefore, that is how you become a slave to righteousness. Okay, you once a deadly liar. And now the royal law said, thou shalt not lie. Oh, when I tell this like those days, and like the one that said, blessing, Okoye tell, using someone's property, to be elevating and exalting herself. You see where the casala burst. You see what took place. Public disgrace. Now, that is just an illustration that you used to tell a white word lie that when you tell this lie, it's going to shoot you on her in the presence of people. But now the royal law said, thou shalt not lie. What is not yours? Don't claim it. Don't lie to deceive others, to put others, in bands and say, oh, what is it? I'm not a woman like her. Oh, you she can build such a house. What happens to me? The lie she's telling is to enslave people, is to exactly like Iyore's lies, is to put you in band. Now that you are born again, and the royal law restricts you and forbid you for that. This is how you become a slave to truth, a slave to holiness. You don't do unholy games anymore. You don't play no games anymore. You are serious for your life. This is how you become a slave to righteousness. That simply means to say you don't do as you once did where you were in the world. You don't do like that anymore. You just give it all unto the one that called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. That is how you become a slave to righteousness. In either way, we are slaves. Very clear. In either way. Of righteousness, that leads to eternal paradise, or of sin, that is going to end you in the eternal link of fire slavery. Now, that is the picture. We put some more. I think I'm going to read 19. Because of the weakness of your human nature, okay, that is the genetic organism or modifier of the serpent, right in Genesis 3. That is what he imputed in us. He genetically modified our system by putting weakness and death. Because of the weakness of your human nature, I am using this illustration of slavery to help you understand all this previously. You let yourself be slaves to impurity and lawlessness, which led ever deeper into sin. Now you must give yourselves to slaves to righteousness, living so that you will become holy. Where you were slaves to sin, you were free from the obligation to do right. And what was the result? You are now ashamed of the things you used to do. I can't imagine me, a whole temple of Abba Yahuah, a whole wife of Abba Yahuah, first of all, do that dirty, filthy job. When I look at that, when I think of my waywardness once, those days, okay, about, how many years now? Let me say about 20 years ago, being a prostitute, it hurts me so bad. Being a fornicator, because when I also come out from that prostitution grant, I was also dating a guy. When I think, I say, no, I supposed not to be doing any of these. Yes, when you think about your life, former lifestyle, you will be ashamed. When now you now understand the holiness, how holy Abayewa is, how holy he is, you are ashamed of your past. That end in eternal damnation. 22. But now you are free from the power of sin and have become slaves of Yahuwah. Now you do those things that led to holiness and result in eternal life. That's it. I hang it up over there. So you are slave in either way. That's what I'm saying. And this is the nature. That's why I put that of Abayewa 2 covenants. All right. We are slave eternal in either way. So now we are digging more into that of Abayewa 2 covenants. The first covenant, that is the one Iyore is operating on, the one that is going to lead you into the link of fire, slavery. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verses 50. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahuwah, neither doeth corruption inherit incorruption. Do you get that? The heaven is incorruptible. You can your filthy lifestyle can never bring you down. They just as Iyore having 2 pennies. Now they say the white man is sick. She's the one to tie him pampers. It's your husband. You can play with his brocos, his peanuts. He's your husband, legally married to you. But why seeing another man's peanuts? That's filth. That's link of fire slavery. So I want to dig more now into flesh. So let's see how flesh and blood. Who is flesh and blood? Flesh and blood is a deity and is a liar. He has a kingdom, he's a king, and he has a kingdom where he wants to pour people into, or where he wants to, just dump people into, or where he wants to push people into, due to your lifestyle, or his lifestyle, the very one he imputed in you, that makes your body now to become weak, the very one Iyore is pouring upon you all. All right, now Galatians chapter 4. Take it from 22 to 31. All right, now we read. For it is written, I want to dig more into the 2 covenants. For it is written that Abraham had 2 sons, the one by a slave woman, the other by a free woman. But he who was of the slave woman was born after the flesh. But he of the free woman was born after promise. Let me tell you now. So 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verses 50 said, flesh and blood can never inherit the kingdom of Yahuwah. Now what is blood? You know now, if you are a constant follower, you know by now because I keep saying it. Simply represents sin. Isaiah chapter 15, chapter 1, you will see verses 15. And you spread down to verses 18. You're going to see what sin, blood is. Now we see the woman of issue of blood, Mark chapter 5. You're going to see it there, I think from 24 to 34 or so. Because she was seeing blood, that is why she was being banished from everyone, be exiled by all and all. Now, when you also go to Numbers chapter 19, when the woman is seeing blood, any man that has sexual intercourse, you will be killed because now she become unclean. It is filth. So that is what the serpent genetically or imputed in us, right in Genesis 3, polluted our blood system. It turned it from blue blood, that is royalty, into red blood, which is sin. That is why we see the red dragon. That is why we see the red beast. They are all red. That is why Esau is also red, because they say the same thing. They are all red family. Now the flesh, you know what there is already? It is a clay. It will be given back to the marriages. Married clay and the marriages. It can't inherit the heaven. Only the glorified body. Now, who is born? The son of the slave woman was born out of flesh, sin. So that is the first covenant that is going to lead you all, 92 gullible followers, 92% gullible followers of Iyore. The governing system of Ishmael is going to lead you all into eternal. It's already working. But the final one, that is what we are expecting now. Any moment from now, the Sharia law. You see now the woman that is born, slave woman, his son, he have a covenant, which is Quran. And Quran is a word. Let me say, Quran is already governing the whole world now. It's full of iniquity. It's full of garbage. is already governing the world. Let me tell you, Quran, Allah have no son. Allah, there's no fellowship of a father and a son. No, 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 no. What fellowship is over there? Slave. That is why you keep hearing Islam say they are slaves of Allah. That is correct. Why? Their progenitor it came from a slave body. Slavery bodies. Flesh is going to enslave you. If you don't come out of flesh, it's going to enslave you in the link of fire. Is the way of slavery. Okay? Sin is the way of slavery. All right? Ishmael came from slavery. That is why he was being rejected and banished by his own father. Supposed father. Okay? Being rejected. That is why they say Allah have no son, because Ishmael was being rejected as a son. That is why Allah have no son. No relationship of a father and a son over there in Islam. That is the final slavery that is going to wipe all of you that refuse to repent, come out from Iyore, and come out from Christianity also. Christianity is also being governed indirectly by Islam. Quran. Christianity is the highest slavery kingdom now here on earth. That is why they see this Iyore as someone that is imputing something in them. No. She is imputing the eternal link of fire slavery. That is her teaching. And you see all Christian pastors falling into the same condemnation as Iyore. Pastor Gila was married to 2 wives, whereby the royal law forbids that. I don't care what you're going to say about Solomon. I don't care those who practice polygyny in the royal law. I don't care. As far as it's not written, thou shalt marry 2 wives. In the beginning, it is just one man and just one woman. It is the corrupt nature. We see polygyny or polygamy came from the loins of the serpent, which is who again? What did they call it? What did they call it? Oh, my father goes to Genesis chapter. I need to call out his name. He's the one that started this madness of polygamy, polygyny. Sex perversion. Genesis 4. From the lineage of Cain. Nonsense. I'm going to prove that to you. Genesis 14:19. Genesis 4:19. This is the cyst from Cain. And Lamech took unto himself 2 wives. This is where we begin polygyny, polygamy. 2 wives. First record in history. Who is Cain? They say the serpent. He came from the lineage of serpent. He begins this nonsense. Christian, you call yourself a pastor, Joshua? Christianity is the highest in slavery here on earth. That is why they are falling into the hand of this cheap prostitute. How can a Christian be under the voice of Iyore if you are not all the same? If there's no one spirit ruling all over you, nonsense in the highest place. She is calling out your Jesus, and your Jesus do wonders through this cheap harlot. Well pronounced. Even the Babalawo can judge her to be evil. So Isaac or Isaac, the one you call Isaac, is the seed of the promise, from whence Yahushua comes. Okay, 24 now. Which things are an allegory for this are the 2 covenants. One from the Messiah, which granted to bondage, which is Igar. 2:25. For this Igar is Messiah in Arabia. That is Quran. It's talking about 2 covenants in Arabia, and answereth to Jerusalem, which now is in bondage with her children. If you see the giant mosque now in Jerusalem, and it's going to rule from there. Mahdi is going to rule for 7 years. It's going to convert all of you unto Islam. Nonsense in the highest place from the belly of Allah. 26. But Jerusalem is above. The one that is incorrupt, that is the one you're going to find in Revelation 21. It's coming down. This one, we, the free, slavery. We are slave. I'm slave of, not just I'm slave, not the slave of Allah. No, the slave of Abba Yahuah'S to his righteousness. You can call him father. You can call him husband. You can call him any name. You just call him exotic. He answer, he's my father, he's my husband. Yahushua is my brother, he's my Messiah, he's my Savior, he's my all and all. There is a relationship of a father. Through our scripture, he keep calling my sons. He said the chosen people, they are his firstborn daughters. But in Quran, nothing like that. No daughter, no son. But 26, but Jerusalem, which is above, is free. We are free from all this nonsense, okay? Which is the mother of us all. For it is written, okay, I go to 29 now in order for me to establish other scriptures. 29, you can read it all. But as then, he that was born after the flesh persecute him that was born after the spirit. ever. So it is now. Now, where's the final persecution? Ishmael, Abba Yahweh promised him to be a king. He's going to rule. He's going to sit in the presence of his brother or brethren and rule for 1,000 years, including sex slavery. This one you are seeing in Iyore, you're going to hear more in Islam. You're going to hear more. They even have market sex slavery. When you've been captured, converted, even though you are a husband, you are a married woman, they're going to be bambanging you. Okay? They're going to be doing it to you. Allah is no respecter of a married woman. Quran chapter 4 verses 24 make it so clear that a married woman, when you be captured, Allah said it is lawful. Look at how Allah quoted it. Said, it is not lawful for you to touch a married man. He was speaking to men of his war, the jihadists. He said it is not lawful for you to touch a married woman. He said, but this one is lawful. The possession of your right hand. Allah called the Quran called that the possession of their right hand. That when they go into battle, they capture, they raid, the people converted into Islam. Being a married woman or not married, they don't care. Being a child or a baby or infant, they don't care. They can penetrate you. Allah said they are the right hand possession. So they have the right. It is lawful for them to have. That is polygyny. Excuse me. That is polyandry. Okay. In Islam, you find polygyny, polygamy, polyandry. Woman is going to be having multiple husbands. Because you being a married woman, be converted to Islam, another man is going to be doing it too. That is a polyandry. And we see this already in the Iyore, having 2 men, married to 2 men at the same time. Now, when it goes to Daniel chapter 9, verses 27, we see it over there. 2 Messiahs is over there. The biblical Messiah is want to confirm the New Testament with the whole world. Mahdi want to confirm the Quran to the whole world. So that was why he said it is double layers of different Messiah with different law. Okay? But Abba Yahweh is going to let it happen because of the promises he gave unto Ishmael. Okay? Now, Genesis chapter 16, verses 10 to 13. Go read it, okay? You're going to see where Abba Yahweh gave him that name, Ishmael. What is the meaning of Ishmael? That is, God will, when Ishmael call, God hears. That is, when Islam call, God is going to hear. Because they are the final, in fact, the third world war to go, to cleanse the whole earth. They are the days of, Lot and Noah. He said Ishmael's hands is going to be against every nation. Go and read it. He said it's going to be a wide donkey of a man. His hand is going to be against all. That is the Sharia law. Abba Yahweh promised him that. Now, when you also go to Genesis 17, verses 20, that is where Abba Yahweh promising these kingdoms. That is also going to be having 12 princes. We see today they have 12 imam. 11 imam has already ruled. Just 1 left imam to rule, which is the Mahdi. Ishmael is coming back. You're going to see that in Revelation chapter 6, 1 to 8. They are the 4 horsemen. They are coming back to do the final damages onto this earth in order to cleanse this earth. All right, I want to see more. Isaiah, I want to see more of this now. The Gentiles coming into the kingdom. I said I'm going to be touching because this also linked to that. There is no kingdom without slavery. Depends on which kingdom you are. Isaiah chapter 40 verses 1 and 2. For Yahuwah will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers, this is the Gentiles, okay, shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. That is where the 12 tribes cometh. 2. And the people shall take them, the people of the book shall take them and bring them, is speaking to the Gentile, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahuwah for servants, for slave women, and for slave women, okay, and slave men, and they shall take them captive. I end it over there. My focus point is the slavery. So the Gentile coming into the kingdom, you only coming for one reason, to do what? To serve the people of the book. There is no kingdom without slavery. No kingdom. That is the only reason why Gentile comes into the kingdom. No, it's about you are looking for the worship of Gentile. No, Gentile don't have the anointing of worship. They worship pork. Because that's who they are in nature, to worship idols, demons. That's why they be called Gentile. What is the meaning of that? People that doesn't have covenant with Yahuwah. Okay? And have covenant with demons and worshiping demons. But what am I saying? Check it out all over the whole world. There is no kingdom without slave. Hmm? Now, Genesis 14:14, we see Father Abraham was having uncountable slaves. No kingdom without slave. Where is the other side? Oh, my Father. All right, now. Genesis, oh, my Father. Okay, Genesis 30:43. In fact, Jacob was having uncountable slaves. First Kings chapter 10, my Papa King Solomon was having uncountable slaves. Galatians 3:28, this is where they mix it, the Christian don't mix it. And there's not a Yahudim, no Greek. Let's put someone. Galatians 3:8, listen. There is neither Yahudim nor Greek. Greek also means Gentile. There is neither bond or free, or there is neither slave or free. There is neither male or female, nor female. For ye are all one in Yahushua HaMashiach. How did you say that? Forget about the slavery. It's no more existing. Listen now. Ma, are you still a man? Because it said there's neither man nor woman. Are you still a woman? You still have your genital as a woman vagina? Ma, you still have your penis? So, if you still have it, it's just speaking of the kingdom. One, in the body of the Messiah. Factory. Governing system. Now, 1 Corinthians chapter 14, 34 to 35. Neither woman. Let your women keep silence in the ministries, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the Lord. And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for women to speak in the ministry. How about that? Neither male nor female. You see the distinction? You another speak woman, shut up before man. Okay? So the woman speaking of here is woman like Iyore. Jezebel needs not to speak. What about the venturous woman? Proverbs 31, that built her house. That is the woman again. We find Proverbs 14 verses 1. A wise woman uses her own hand to build her house, while the foolish woman uses her own hand to tear it down. So a virtuous woman needs to speak, which I am. Iyore needs to be silent because she's the Jezebel. She needs not to speak. Delilah, that is pulling down the men of Yahuwah. Shut up. Now, 1 Timothy chapter 2, 11 to 12. Also read it. Let me read 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all submission. But I suffer not a woman to teach, not to use sub-authority over the men, but to be silenced, neither man nor female. Colossians chapter 3, verses 22. Slaves, obey your earthly masters in everything you do. Try to please them all the time, and not just when they are watching you. Serve them sincerely because of your relevant fear of Yahuwah. Did you get that? Neither man nor female, neither slave nor free. Slaves, obey your earthly master. That is the call of Gentile. You can see that in 1 Corinthians chapter 12. You're going to see head. You're going to see hand. You're going to see feet. Gentiles are the feet. We know the feet carry the entire body. You need to do the dirty work in the kingdom. Remember, there is a slavery in the link of fire if you say no. Islam also have that. They're going to give it unto you. Titus 2, chapter 2, verses 9. Slaves must always obey their masters and do their best to please them. They must not talk back to their masters. Slaves. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verses 1. All slaves should show full respect for their masters, so they will not bring shame on the name of Yahuwah and his teaching. Did you get that? For the masters are believers. Okay, it's okay. You see that? Ephesians chapter 6, verses 5 to 6, I read. Slaves, obey your earthly masters with deep respect and fear, and serve them sincerely. Okay. All right now. Okay. It says serve them sincerely as you would serve Messiah. Try to please them all the time, not just when they are watching you. As slaves of Yahushua, as slave of Messiah, do the will of Yahuwah with all your heart. Did you get that? So this is how you become a servant to slave. You become a slave to righteousness because you are serving the people of the book. You are not serving the book, you are serving Yahuwah. But you say if you don't do it, you're going to blaspheme the word of Yahuwah. And in Lakmana, we also have it in Islam. And Islam is so disgusting that it's not a thing you can even dare to look into. The people of the book, Yahuwah make, if there is a distinction, there is Yahudim, there is Gentile. Let's also prove that a little bit. Deuteronomy 7 verses 6. For thou art an holy people unto Yahuwah thy Elohim. Yahuwah thy Elohim hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. That is Yisrael. Deuteronomy 28 verses 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahuwah thy Elohim, to observe and do all his commandments, which I command thee these days, that Yahuwah thy Elohim shall set thee on high above all nations on earth. Now verses 13. And Yahuwah shall make thee the head, and not the tail, and thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath, if thou hearken unto, because the commandment is ours. The royal law has to do with the Yisrael, and Yisrael has to do with the royal law. Heaven has to do with Yisrael, the 12 tribes, and the earth has to do with heaven. It's all about the people of the book. The only reason why Romans chapter 11, the only reason why the Gentile comes in, that one you can see in 1 Corinthians chapter 12. Romans chapter 11 said you must be grafted in. And 1 Corinthians chapter 12 make it so clear that head have his office. Who is the head? It is the Yisrael. Hand have his office. It said feet also have his office. But we are all one body in Messiah, but with different departments. Just like the congregation of Christianity, there is a pastor, there is usher, there is deacon. Everybody have their own role to play in one ministry, in one congregation, but with different offices in the same like manner. The factory of the biblical Messiah is the only job of the Gentile coming in. You see in the factory, we see the boss, we see the overall boss, we see the boss, we see the secretary, we see the manager, we see those that also clean toilets. And that is the office of the Gentile, because they are the feet. We know the feet do dirty job in the kingdom. That is the only reason why you're being grafted in, no more. Only for that reason. When you go now to Revelation chapter 7, you're going to see all men, rulers from Israel, all 12 tribes is being named, 12,000. These are all head and rulers. Gentiles, you are the feet. It's better you know who you are if you are Gentiles and begin to prepare yourself for your office. Okay? And stop the lies of Christianity. I said there is neither Yahudim nor Gentiles. Stop that nonsense. That one is going to take you down to the eternal slavery, which is the Iyore is propagating onto you. Link of fire. That is why Revelation 21 simply makes it so clear. The OF is being named after the name of the 12 tribes. Go and read it. The east, south, west, and north. It's been written the names of the 12 tribes. They are special people of Abba Yahuwah, okay? Let Christianity teaching not get you confused. Just do what the royal law says. Only for you to find out who are you. Are you a Gentile? There is office for you. And being a slave of Abba Yahuwah is a glory eternal on you. Listen now. Ezekiel 47, 21 to 23. Divide the land within thy borders among the tribes of Yisrael, distributing the land as an inheritance for yourselves, for the foreigners, which is the Gentiles, for the Gentiles who have joined you and are raising their families among you. They will be like native born Israel to you, and we receive an inheritance among the tribes. These Gentiles are to be given land within the territory of the tribe within whom they have lived. I am Yahuwah. So what is it saying? Now let me give you a simple guidance. Like the kingly tribe, the tribe of Yehudah. Okay, the tribe of Yehudim goes to Revelation 20. We're going to see the color of their mansion's house. You know, is diamond house coming from heaven, emerald. So any Gentiles that is sojourn with them, that is a slave of them, is also going to have a mansion house, emerald colored. That is the color. He said they have to get their own inheritance from the tribe which you live with, the tribe you work with, the tribe you serve as a slave. They are giving you your inheritance. Your house is also emerald if you are working for Yehudah. Okay, that is the kingly tribe, the first tribe to go. Family, we are done. I'm going to be doing more